Hey everybody, welcome back to Charisma Checked, a real play D&D podcast about the trials of fantasy corporate life. I'm Freddie and I play Silt, a rock gnome R&D intern, currently unpaid.
How's it going, everybody? It's Brad here. I play Alrin, but you can call him Al, the Goliath lawyer of the group.
Hey everybody, my name's Greg. I play Ted. He is a human accountant who now has a stapler.
Cade here, playing your favorite lovable piece of garbage, John, the HR rep.
Yes, and to top off that menagerie, my name's Aaron, and I am your dungeon master and director of variant human resources for this entertainment product. And it's so good to be back with you all as we're picking up right where we left off.
It's so long.
Yeah, it's been like 2 weeks, you know.
Yes, indeed.
Oh my god.
It's been,
The classic D&D podcast joke.
Yup.
How meta are we getting with this, guys? Come on.
Yeah, man. No, dude, no. It is good to be back after last session, where you all were introduced to each other as co-workers at Almsworthy Alchemicals, a large healing potion and alchemical agents plant in the town of Greenwater in the Merchant States. And you all were sent by your new boss, Joseph Almsworthy, who it seems like he didn't know you all were going to be hired. But anyways, while he's settling that matter, he sent you all out on some errands. You got him a coffee, which of course was uneventful. You bought a ream of paper, which, Ted now has a stapler friend who may or may not be like an avatar of Shadow Darkness. But in any case,
Typical Monday.
you all just right. I know, right? It's work stuff. And at the end of that session, John was combing his luscious, tall pompadour, and he noticed in the mirror that there were some hooded figures after him, and keeping an eye on you guys. And when he booked it to run, they made chase, and we enter at the beginning of a chase sequence. And the rules for a chase sequence in D&D are a little different than the normal combat. We've already got you guys in your initiative order, but what's going to happen is you get a number of dash actions, which is the action you can take on your turn that doubles your movement speed. You have a limited number of those because this is a long-term kind of running, sprinting encounter. So you get a number of dashes equal to 3 plus your Constitution modifier. And after you spend all of those to keep up your double speed pace, you either have to return to normal speed or start taking Constitution checks to make sure you don't get exhausted and ultimately faint in the middle of your sprint. So, which is possible and which may happen. So Al is carrying Silts, but all the rest of you are running independently of each other. And you have two figures wearing dark hoods about 30 feet behind you who are making chase. So, of course, this is a bustling street, so there's a lot of things going on that might get in your way. But because of the way that you all rolled, it's actually going to be Al who gets to take the first sprint. So you've got, if you imagine your head, behind you, 30 feet behind you, two men in hoods on opposite sides of a busy street, sprinting down the sidewalk, moving to do so. It's your first chance. And also, if you want to do a normal attack or a normal, any action that you can normally take on a 6-second D&D turn, you can do that as well. But the dashes are the only ones that have special rules in these cases.
So I guess, Al will begin his run. I don't think he's going to dash on this first turn. I think he's just going to take his normal movement on this first turn, kind of wait for everyone maybe to catch up and then pass him, and then he'll start dashing himself. So he'll just move his 30 feet that he can up the street.
As you start running, Al, this is a busy street. There's a lot of things happening. There, you'll recall that just before, when you were at the coffee shop, you were throwing coins to a panhandler. Well, it seems like some other folks of that nature have noticed that, and you find as you start to sprint, immediately kind of appearing out of an alleyway are two or three of these gentlemen with kind of ragged clothes and holding their hands out, and they block your path. Now, you have a few choices. You can, naturally, I guess, if you want to give them money, you can. Or there are a few different checks. Now, this is, thank you, D&D book, for suggesting these things at random to me, by the way. But the options that it lists, and you'll understand what these imply. You can make a strength check, an acrobatics check, or an intimidation check.
Okay.
So, of course, if you would rather make something a little friendlier, I don't see why the D&D book would not suggest that might be an option as well. So perhaps we'll make a home rule.
If I can, I want to try to take two of my gold pieces. You said there's two of them? Well, you said there's two people, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'd like to take two of my gold pieces and then try and I'll give it to them and then persuade them, like, slow those guys down back there with the hoods. And then I drop the gold pieces into their pans.
Well, yeah, one of them takes one. He's like, oh, righto. And they kind of stance up as you sprint ahead and past them to make your 30 feet.
And I'll like yell back, don't fight them, just slow them down.
Right. So, very good. So, that's Al. Next we have, one of the hooded figures behind you is going to make his move. So he actually is able to sprint up to where you guys are in front of the store, where John, Ted, and Silt are. And he's...
Oh, I'm with Al.
Oh, I'm sorry. I beg your pardon. Where
You're good.
This is hard to keep track of. Where John and Ted are then, and you hear kind of this odd voice come from under this hood. You can't see, the face is obscured. Say, "Give us the coffee, Ted."
Oh, I don't have the coffee. John has the coffee. I'll be on my way now.
Yeah. So as he accosts you, he hisses like hisses at you.
I'm gonna turn and look at him dead in the eye, with like a lifeless expression, and I'm gonna say, "Over my dead body."
That can be arranged.
Oh, no.
And he pulls a knife.
Oh, no.
After that, it is the other guy's turn. He's gonna catch up. Oh, good. So the other hooded figure across the street sprints along, and he makes it across. But as he starts to run towards you guys in the street, Brad's two friends, because now they're friends, accost him, and let's see. Let's make a roll. Let's see what happens here. Oh, they attempt to tackle him, but the first misses and collapses into the street. The other is going to actually try the peaceful option, and here we'll make that contested. Why not? And oh my gosh, okay, yeah, this guy is not going to take any parlay with these gentlemen, and he actually
Gold coins.
This guy, this hooded figure grabs both of these guys and tosses them down into the street, basically, as they try to accost him, and just about jumps off of them to fling himself towards John, having heard that he has the coffee. And he's going to actually take a swing with his knife.
Oh, I'm at 5 hit points right now. I'm lower than that. No, God, I'm at 3. Okay, let's go.
Oh yeah, because you took psychic damage.
Psychic damage.
Oh gosh.
Jeez. Take a sip of that coffee. Heal
I
yourself.
would never.
Coffee could, you know what? Coffee heals psychic damage. I like that.
Oh.
But only psychic damage.
John would never.
All right. All right.
Too much of this coffee's already gone.
So that is a miss.
Oh,
Miraculously.
sweet.
So he goes to shiv you
Oh, thank God.
on the sidewalk and fails. He lunges at you, and you evade him. And after his turn then, now that they both have accosted you in front of the parchment and such office supply store, it is John's turn.
So are both of these hooded figures right next to each other?
Yes, and just
Okay.
in front of you and Ted.
Okay. I'm going to put a thumb over like the lid of the coffee, right, just so it doesn't spill.
Hey, that's
keep
smart.
Keep it safe.
I'm gonna put the papers like in between, like in my arm and like my chest as like best as I can, and I'm gonna go for a shoulder tackle to shove one of the guys into the other one to kind of get him off of me.
Wow. Okay, man. Yeah, do it. Make a. I guess it's just is it athletics for grapple? Yeah. Make an athletics check.
Okay, give me 1 second here.
They will contest that.
Oh god, I gotta stop doing this. It's -1.
What'd you roll?
You got it.
18.
Hey, okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So tell us exactly what you do.
He just needs the proper
You succeed.
motivation.
I'm just so like I said, I've got the coffee like part. I'm just gonna bring that in. That's what I'm protecting. That is my baby right now, and I'm just gonna kind of go head first at this guy just tried to stab me. He's not ready for it, right? Like, why would you go after a guy with a knife? And I'm just gonna shoulder check him as hard as I can, like almost trying to go for his face to knock him back into the other guy.
Yeah. So you succeed and knock them both prone. They kind of tumble over each other as you shoulder check him, and now you can move 30 feet. Without
I'm running away from him.
Yeah, without any fear of an opportunity attack, which is much to your advantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna book it out of there as soon as possible.
Which means he catches up to Al.
So that John and Al have now made it
And
together.
Silt.
Oh yes, and Silt,
Al's
of course.
arm.
So the Silt is a rather passive participant in this, although he still will be able to take an action, and it is his turn. So Silt, if there's anything you care to do, wrapped tenderly like a babe under Al's massive arm.
So Silt, as this beautiful football swaddled boy, is going to yell, "Help! Help! Police! Privately funded, well, technically publicly funded, thinly veiled militia! Help!"
Oh, and okay.
I don't know if you want to scream help while I'm holding you and running. I don't know.
Oh, not the dude that I'm holding. The guy with the knife. Get him!
Okay. Well, there are many people in the street, horse-drawn carts and people walking about, and they start to take a notice, and there are murmurs. And
there's a man with a knife, not the man holding me. He's fine.
yes, there might be a moment of confusion about
wave.
that, but then there's generally a sense of concern. And after Silt's turn, it is Ted, who's still in front of the store.
So I have Mr. Stapulus in my hand. I'm gonna grip him tightly. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna get us out of here, and I'm gonna use one of my dashes.
Okay, good.
Ooh. So he's gonna get 30 feet past us.
Man, he's booking
I'm
it.
fucking legging it.
Yeah, all right. So you and because these guys are prone, thanks to John's quick thinking, they can't try to stab you because they're still trying to get themselves up off the ground, and you book it, even past Silt and everybody else. Yeah, so you continue to flee, and it goes back around to Al's turn.
All right. Well, then Al's gonna look to John and say, "Good luck to you there, friend." And then he's also gonna take his first dash
Oh, good.
and just book it with Silt under his arm.
Whee!
So he'll run his 60 feet. Yeah, Silt never moving so fast in his life.
Great. Yeah, that definitely is the fastest that Silt has ever been able to run. You're very fortunate. Nothing interrupts you. You manage to weave through the things happening on the street, but you continue to move as people begin to take notice of the chase. And after that,
A large man carrying a small gnome away from people with knives.
yes, indeed. And then it is the hooded figure, the first one. He stands up, which unfortunately costs him a great deal of his movement, and he's going to give chase because none of you guys are in front of the store anymore, and he's going to do his best to catch up to where John now is. But he can only make it 15 feet. He can only make it halfway to even where you are because he's kind of stumbling along but furious at what you did to him with that ream of paper.
Destroyed.
Yeah, man. I mean, you dunked on him. And immediately after him, it's his friend who's going to do the exact same thing. So next after is John.
Yeah, back to me. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of like while I'm running. Obviously, I just pushed somebody over. I've got a lot of other stuff on my mind. But do I notice anything? Like, how are the crowds looking? How are Are there any places I could duck into or try to get out of the way for?
Yeah, so there are occasional alleyways along these roads, and pretty easily you could duck into one that's up ahead of you on your right, on your side of the street.
Are there any shops?
Yeah, there are other businesses. Yeah. There's actually, you see, you're about to pass by. There's a very popular like bar food chain called Pubsters, and there's a Pubsters location, business district, of course, that you're about to run past that has a lot of people, taking lunch inside of it.
I'm gonna pivot and dash into there as fast as humanly possible.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And you got the okay. So make a stealth check because you're gonna try to disappear into this crowd,
right.
And it's mostly people drinking beer at lunch and things like that.
This app might be broken because I got a nat 20.
Oh my gosh. Dude, I mean, you immediately look like you've been in this place for 3 hours. I mean, you just meld into the crowd. Something about the weight of the day and the stress, and if you do feel guilt about what happened at the coffee shop earlier, all that kind of weighs heavy on you, and you there's some booths open that you can just collapse into and meld in.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go try to find like a group of people, like a really
sure.
group of people, and just kind of like slip in. And I'm gonna definitely try to hide the coffee cup that I'm holding right now. Just gonna kind of try to keep it out of sight.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
All right, so you get in there and manage to hide yourself.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
I'm gone. I'm out of this chase. Get me out of here.
Yeah. I mean, doing all you can. So then it's Silt's turn.
Hey, I'm Silt.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
That's my action.
Yeah. Okay. So your action is to be carried. It's a passive action.
Yup.
So after that, it's Ted.
I'm gonna sort of look around and see if I can find any like guards, maybe.
Yeah, there is across the street. There's an officer of the law walking the beat, and he's just now taking notice of the disturbance across the street.
So I'll now that he's sort of seeing, I'm gonna start waving my hands in the air to try to get his attention and like pointing at the guy that I can see running.
Oh, okay. And yeah, you gonna say anything or just gonna point?
I'll say like, oh hey, over here, we're getting in trouble over here.
Not the best thing to say, but
maybe not the best
we're
way.
getting in trouble over here, man.
And I'm just gonna keep moving in the same direction.
Man, yeah.
As I'm doing this.
Yeah. So
cryptic. Keep it cryptic. That's how we like it.
he certainly observes.
Well, I did steal like 3 things today.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, you've been getting into trouble today. So he observes your trouble. He's going to try to intervene when these guys run past, because right now those guys are like 50 feet behind you or so, and you guys are actually making very good time on them. John has already disappeared, and it's back up to Brad. It's Al's turn.
Well, Al's just gonna, buckle down, head forward, and just do what he does best and sprint another 60 feet. Just
Okay.
be gone.
All right. Keep sprinting. That's good.
He's just trying to get back to Almsworthy as fast as he can.
Yeah, and that was a 7 minute sprint before.
Yeah. True.
So, it's been about 30 seconds of that at this point, but you encounter another challenge as you're crossing. There's a place where there's actually a place where you have to cross the street to run the direction you're still running, and there is an omnibus, a horse-drawn bus.
Oh no!
Which is not a made-up like steampunk thing. That's a real thing from back in the old days. That is being pulled across the street full of people, and it blocks your path. It's about 10 feet tall, being drawn by 2 horses.
What direction is it headed?
It's taking a left to cross your path while you're crossing this street.
So it's going towards where I'm running to, or in the opposite direction?
As you're crossing the street, it's turned left to intercept you and is going down this other side street. So it's actually running, what's the term? Perpendicular to the way you're running.
Oh, okay. So one thing that Al doesn't like to tell everybody else is not only was he the star on his Bruiser Ball team, but he was actually also the star in his Limbo team in college.
Oh my gosh.
He got really into limboing, just kind of a anything competitive that he can get into, he loves. So he's going to try and, while maintaining a decent speed, still limbo under the omnibus.
Make a acrobatics check.
Okay.
You go.
Wait, am I being limboed with you?
Don't worry about it. You're shorter than Al.
Yeah. So what do we got, man?
I mean, if that makes it more of a challenge, Al...
Oh, no,
Al
I don't
okay.
think... Actually, I think, if anything, he could roll to assist you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You got to lean back, too, so...
You could do the thing from the G.I. Joe movie where you throw Silt through the
yeah.
I mean,
window.
if he wasn't able to help me, I might have thrown him over the bus and then caught him when I made it back on the other side. But if he could help me, I like that. So I can, as I'm limboing, I, lower his feet on the ground, and he can, run a little bit, Make this a little tripod.
Yeah, it's a tripod.
Should I give him advantage, or should I actually roll something?
Yeah. It's just advantage.
All right, cool.
Okay. Acrobatics with advantage. Here we go. Ooh, that's a beautiful 19.
Let's go.
Gosh. You guys are powerful, man. Yeah, so, you limbo under the bus while it's moving.
Absolutely no problem.
And, As you get too low, you hear Silt's feet hit the ground. He goes, he carries you under.
Oh, great job there, friend. Great job.
No problem.
There's actually a brief moment where all of Al's weight is on Silt.
I'm fine. I've handled large.
Brad, what if your limbo turns into a power slide? Because it's a little wet, right? There are puddles and underneath. I don't know. I'm just.
Might tear my ACL if I tried that.
I like all of this imagery. It's kind of coming as a conglomerate in my mind. But obviously, this happens so lightning fast that normal humans
didn't even know what happened.
Perceive it as basically a slide. Like you just he's
so
on one side of the bus and then he's on the other side of the bus. It's like, oh my gosh, he's unstoppable.
Gone.
Yeah, and then you're zooming, and then it is gentlemen giving chase. They begin to sprint. They're going to actually finally get to dash and do their 60 feet. But that only gets them as far as the restaurant. So the first says to the second, "Go in there and look for the one that ran in, but don't get nabbed by that cop." And the second guy turns to walk in to the store.
John's getting himself into a little sticky situation.
Okay.
And it is John's turn.
All right, so I'm kind of in a group of people. I'm just gonna kind of sit down and act like one of the guys,
Yeah.
And
I'm just one of the guys.
I'm gonna specifically try to find somebody that maybe had a couple too many drinks.
Yeah, man. It's noon in the business district, so that's about 40% of the people there. Yeah. As it would be. And you saunter up next to a few gentlemen who are having a rousing conversation about, intellectual things like literature and.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up to them and I'm gonna go. You guys like literature. That is my.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. This guy gets it.
This
is
my favorite thing.
Look.
I love it.
This is my dude.
And I get enough of it. Man, I love that suit jacket you're wearing right now.
Wow, man, dude, I got this from literally, dude. I got this from the church yard sale, man. It was literally. I got this for $3, dude. I bought this
$3. Wow,
for $3. $3 gold, man.
Wow. I hate to interject. It just looks so nice. Could I try that on? You want to try my suit's really comfy too. Do you want to swap suits?
Bro, you're kind of. I'm a little broad compared to you.
Hey, listen.
But,
listen. I'm gonna slide a silver coin onto the table. How about I buy you
Oh my
the
gosh.
next drink? How about that?
Yeah, dude, roll persuasion with advantage.
Persuasion's +4, so 21.
Sick. Dude, okay, yeah, you're clean. This dude gets up, he's like, man, I love this guy. You gotta join our book club, man.
I love books. I love them all. They're my favorite.
Yeah, dude, bro, books rock.
What's your favorite?
And he takes off his...
I'm just like making small
he's
talk.
taking off his jacket.
What do you think
And,
John
yeah.
likes better, books or animals?
They're all his favorite.
Yeah, that's true.
Every book is his favorite book.
I'm gonna kind of look around and find a finished drink, right? Like in a cup. I'm gonna pour out the coffee cup, like the coffee into that drink cup, and I'll be like, hey man, do you mind holding on to this real quick? I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
You're gonna have this guy hold on to your precious
The
coffee?
empty coffee cup. I've already emptied it into another drink, and I'm gonna grab that drink.
Oh. And you... Oh my gosh.
He's diabolical, man.
Man, you guys are something.
Actual mad
All right.
lad.
This
All right.
is insane.
Yeah, so you run into the bathroom.
I don't go to the bathroom. I say I'm going to the bathroom, but I'm just gonna
sorry.
immediately leave.
Oh, okay.
With his new disguise and no
Wearing
coffee.
a
I
Wait, do you still have
slid
the
them under.
paper?
They're still under my they're under my armpit. Like they're just positioned there.
Okay.
Yep. I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna walk out like nothing's wrong.
Flawless.
So
Yeah.
so as you're walking out, guy number 2 who was walking into the store walks in. His hooded, figure kind of looks about, and he spots the coffee cup. You can tell because he walks over there. And as you're walking out of the store, you hear him saying, "Where'd you get that coffee, man?" And the guy's like, "Oh man, my best friend just gave it to me. I don't know where. Oh no, dude, he's in the bathroom. You got to check in there." And you hear just kind of some smashing around as the guy starts sprinting towards the restroom. And you make a clean escape once again
Nice.
Flawless.
Holy shit.
with the coffee in a stolen beer pint mug and a ream of paper under your stolen jacket. So then after that, it would be Silt, who's just had a harrowing experience under the bus.
I'm a bruiser ball. I'm a bruiser ball. Thanks, Al. You're the best.
Oh, no problem, Sil. You're doing great work yourself.
Yeah, I did just carry your full body weight.
Don't worry about that. It's how you get stronger.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is Silt's turn.
So yeah, very good. No, that's great. And then Ted.
Does Ted see like the one guy entering the shop?
Yeah, if you look back over
Okay.
your shoulder, and like I said, this police officer has yet to make his move across the street, but he's trying to do that, waiting
Gotcha.
for a lull.
Since I can see the one guy is still sort of in pursuit, I'm going to use my second dash.
So that brings you out, I believe, to where Silt and Al are now. So you make it across the street. Fortunately, the omnibus is pulling on ahead. The last of your pursuers, the one who's not in the store, is still waiting outside there. He was moving after you, but then they were kind of splitting up. But as this first guy, I was going to say number 1 because that's, of course, his name on my sheet. But as the first hooded figure, dramatic and mysterious, prepares to start moving, the police officer finally gets an option to get across the street, and he accosts him. He says, "Crook, stop!" and tries to tackle him in the street. And oh my,
Damn.
oh my gosh, yeah, wow, he does not do that at all. The noble officer dives and basically collapses into the gutter, like it lands on a garbage can or something like that.
Oh god.
The hooded guy evades him, and is going to keep moving, and he gets up almost to where you guys are, and looking back over your shoulders, Ted, Silt, and Al, and I guess John, depending on where you are.
I just left the bar area, I'm pretty sure, right? So I'm still pretty far behind.
He actually stops before he crosses the street, and he pulls down his hood, and as you guys look back, you can see he's just staring at you very, very intently. And it gives you guys a really weird, like, you feel kind of a creepy feeling. And then he turns back and sees the cops scrambling up on the ground. And you guys look forward and look back again, and he's gone. He disappears outright.
No.
Did he vanish for you guys too?
Was he ever really there is the real question.
Did we all just collectively hallucinate?
You know, it wouldn't be the first time today, I suspect.
What was in that water?
Aaron, would I see anything from behind?
You also see him. He's there in a moment, and he's gone again. And you don't see him turn anywhere. It's like nothing you've ever seen before. It's like in a split second, a thing that was there is gone.
Well, I'll probably put Silt back down.
I was about to say, you could probably just put me down now.
Silt regains his autonomy.
Let's just go back to the company.
Yeah.
I think that's a swell idea.
John's gonna pat himself down and realize that he just traded his very, very nice business jacket for a $3 churchyard sale jacket.
Some sacrifices have to be made.
John's gonna make his way back to the coffee joint. The what was it called? The Rust House Roasters.
Gosh. Yes, he returns.
I'm gonna kind of look and see if there's any empty coffee cups just like strewn about.
Yeah, I mean, there's a you know, there's like there's a garbage can.
I'm gonna kind of dig through it a little bit.
Yeah, there's some cups in there.
I'll find a cup that doesn't look too ragged or anything that looks pretty like lightly used. I'm gonna wipe it down with my $3 suit, and then I'm gonna pour the drink that I got from the pub into the coffee cup.
Okay. Yeah, and about 20 people dining outside of the cafe watch you do this. So as you guys are returning to the office, you walk back your 10 or 12 minutes, and you don't observe anything else weird happening. You all are, walking together. It's been kind of a weird 30 or 40 minutes. And as you make it back, the weirdness, unfortunately, only increases as you see that there are 2 police officers standing outside of the office. And Miranda is outside speaking to them frantically. And as you turn the corner and see the office, there are many other little office buildings dotted around, so you're walking past, the offices of other companies. And as you get close enough to hear her, you hear that she's saying, "Sir, I don't know who did it. I don't know how it possibly could have happened. I mean, but I swear they came in, and then I came in just a moment later, and he was dead." And the police say, "Well, can you give us a description, ma'am?" And she says she sees you walking down the street and points and says, "It was them, officers. They did it. They gave it to him." And the cops turn.
John is gonna drop his coffee on the floor and the papers and just say, "Nope," and he's gonna turn around and run away.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, what did we give to someone?
Well,
Miranda, what happened?
The police approach
what are you saying? We just got back.
Don't you know? We just saw you come in here. It wasn't more than 5 minutes ago.
We were just being chased for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was a bruiser ball.
John's actively running away.
So,
Not kind of like an admission of guilt, John, where are you going?
Yeah. So if John turns to run, the officers will move to follow at a distance of about 60 feet. Gosh, I didn't know that this would this is one of those weaknesses in my DM foresight where I didn't anticipate this immediately starting another chase sequence.
Well, to be fair, it's only a chase sequence with John.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how I didn't expect this. We shall say for convenience's sake that this chase ends quickly as the one officer sprints across the street and catches up to you, to the remaining 3. And as John starts to run, he falters, and the other officer will at least make it a roll. is going to attempt to tackle you down.
Okay.
John.
Okay. What am I rolling for here?
Wow. If you could roll an athletics check.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Again, this is a -1, so if I get another good roll on this,
in contest to the one that I just rolled.
13.
Yeah. So this guy rolled a 3.
oh,
Oh, no.
You actually manage to squirm away while he tries to get up on you, and as you sprint, he does not pursue you, but he does get a good look at you.
as he like tackles me, I'm just gonna be like, I know my rights, as I like sprint off and like run away. Yeah.
You know your right to flee from the police. Your right to resist arrest.
Where's your warrant? Where's your warrant?
The officers say, "Gentlemen, we're gonna have to bring you in for questioning. I'm sorry, but you've been charged with the murder of Mr. Joseph Almsworthy, owner of Almsworthy Alchemical Agents."
Wait, so you're telling me there's been a murder?
Yes, small man, indeed. There has been a murder in this building.
Oh my god.
And this witness, your clearly very kind, pretty, and generous office manager, she observed you bringing a poisoned coffee into the office and murdering Joseph Almsworthy.
You mean that coffee that's on the ground over there spilled that he just dropped?
With the ream of paper that we were asked to grab.
Clearly you all returned, gave him the coffee, left, and got another one.
Have you seen the line
seen
at
the
Rusted
line?
Roast
Yeah, there's
House?
no
It's so
way.
long. Oh my god, there were people waiting for like
they
40 minutes.
they never make me wait in the line.
That's because you're a pig. I mean, a cop.
Whoa, hey, don't. No need to call him that. That he's an officer of the law.
Don't you know they do
Have
the
some
deal
good-
where if you if you go to the pickup thing and say, yeah, my name's John, they'll give you one because the founder's name was John.
Oh yeah,
You
the
get a
dude
free
who just
one every
ran
day.
away did that.
Oh. Look, fellas, I'll take a look here. You know what they always say. You can beat the rap, but you can't beat the ride. I think there's plenty of proof that clears our name. If this fine gentleman wants to take us down to his office, that's fine.
All right.
I swear to you, Lathander, if I get out of this, I'll start coming back to church. I swear.
Oh, nice.
Am I completely? Did I shake the cops?
Yeah, man, you're running.
Well,
you're good.
You're on the
I'm
lam.
going.
You're on the lam,
You're
brother.
officially on the lam.
I'm running back to the pub.
Okay. That's good.
Back to safety.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So we can do a bit of a time skip here. So the three of you that were arrested, not John because he escaped.
I don't think we're getting arrested. We're getting tried. I'm a lawyer. I know my I know my rights.
He actually knows his rights.
This is detaining, I believe.
These two armed guards, their long swords hanging from their belts, take you to the what would you even call it?
The slammer.
I was trying to think of a funny word for it, but
The big house.
the jail, or really more the office where they have the holding cells, and they say they process you in. They the portrait artist takes your mug portrait in charcoal, and you guys are locked into a cell together.
Do we keep our things? Do I still have Mr. Stapulus?
Oh
no.
That's
Oh, no.
Well, do you make any effort to hide Stapulus?
I mean, I'll put him in my boot again.
Okay. Yeah. Why? Why don't you make a sleight of hand check for boot stuffing?
Boot stuff.
Yeah.
There's another. Never mind.
What?
Nope.
What?
Nope. We're just
Greg, as you
moving
said,
past
6
that
inches.
one.
6 inches is a lot.
Wait a second? Does that expression mean something? I don't know what it means.
Boot stuffing?
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say there's another stuffing I could try.
Oh,
6
okay.
inches is too much for Ted, man.
Thank
I'm
goodness.
telling you.
I thought I had just said something raunchy or something on accident, which happens to me
No.
more often than you'd think. But,
I rolled a 17 sleight of hand.
Wow. Okay. So
Or sleight of foot, I assume.
yeah, man, you stuff that boot. You basically turn Stapulus into your 12th toe, and yeah, you stuff it up in there.
We'll
you know,
never be separated.
you wear the double extra wides anyways, man. So it's like you just kind of stuff that stapler up in there. And he's like, "No, please don't make me go in there again." But there's no choice. I mean,
They'll
there's
take
no
you
choice.
away from me.
Well, we can't have that. I'll do what I have to do.
Right.
And he gets stuffed that in there. And fortunately, when they do kind of check around the collar of your boot, but it's not a very thorough search. Yeah, so Stapulus remains with you as you all enter the cell. And the officer that locks you up says, "We'll be back for you all later, but we're going to hold you here for a moment."
No, give me my call. I know my rights. I want my call.
A call? Who do you want to call?
My wife.
Can she hear you from here?
If you let me outside, I'll shout loud enough.
Brother, feel free. I mean, there's a window.
Here, I'll cut my hands to help.
You didn't even read me my rights.
If you want to write a
very
letter,
quiet.
I'll bring the letter writing materials. We have quills.
I do want to write the letter, but you, as discussed, you didn't read me my rights, so...
Do
Do you have paper?
Yes. Here's the kit, and he brings out this little box that has, the one piece of paper and like 3 drops of ink in it for you to write a letter.
Oh,
to somebody.
I'm gonna need more paper for this. I think, there, friend.
You're gonna need more paper than 2 sheets.
Yeah, I think. Maybe like 10 or 15 sheets.
I'm going to need more, too. I want to write a letter to my wife, and then I'm going to write a letter to your boss.
It's gonna come at great expense to the taxpayer.
Does Scapula sound pleased with my 10 to 15?
He's just get more if you can, Ted.
maybe even maybe like up to 30. Just bring a whole pad out.
Wait, can we actually? Can you go back and grab the paper ream that we had?
Well, if you want to use your own paper, I suppose it won't hurt anything.
All right, cool.
And he drags it back and drops it.
I'm gonna grab like 100 pieces of paper.
Al's going to begin strongly writing letters.
Silt is going to take a piece of paper and make an airplane.
I should specify that this is not the same guy that arrested you. So he is
Oh, okay. This is different.
this is a different fella. One of the officers manning the station. And he says, "So I hear they're pinning Joseph Almsworthy on you, huh? That's bad business, man."
We weren't even there.
Huh. Well,
They didn't read us our rights. We weren't there. There's a litany of witnesses that can prove that as well.
Yeah, there's a whole street chase that went down, and there was another cop that saw it, and yeah.
oh, well.
2 beggars, they know where I was. I'm pretty sure there was a disgruntled coffee store worker that knew where the one who ran away was.
Yeah.
One ran away?
We don't know that guy though.
Well, I hope you don't.
Yeah, his name definitely wasn't John.
Oh, yeah. Well, good to know. Well, best of luck, gentlemen.
Thanks. Do you want this airplane?
He said, air what?
This paper flying creature.
No, you
Wait,
can.
you can make things fly?
You can keep
Yeah,
it.
check it out. And he just tosses it and it nosedives.
Oh, man, that's a tragic image.
Oh yeah, I can do that too. And I ball a piece of paper up and throw it further than the plane got.
Wow, I've never seen one go that far.
Indeed. So yeah, you guys, who has highest passive perception here? John. Oh, he's not here.
John.
He's not here.
It was John.
Okay, no, but everybody's passive is garbage. Okay, so before we do this, John, what have you been doing for the last? It's been about an hour.
So first off, I kind of ducked into an alleyway, and I changed which way my hair was pushed towards. So instead of the right, it was pushed to the left now. I've taken off my suit, and I've gone with a resume to the pub, and I'm currently talking to the owner about a potential job opportunity.
He's gonna become a
Man,
bartender.
yeah, so
That's
the
a
manager
fast
comes
pivot.
out. It's like a big burly dwarven guy, and like a dressed like a bar manager. Like a wearing a shirt and tie. He's like, well, so you're interested in being a bartender, eh?
Hey, I tell you what, I passed the bar exam, and everybody got 3 drinks.
You studied at the Institute of Mixology?
Oh,
Al takes some pain in his like the headache
Yeah,
gets
you
worse
feel
when that joke
the
happens.
force disturbs Al in his jail cell.
no, I know some friends there. I was just trying to make a joke. I'm a people person.
You're not a licensed mixologist.
No, but I am earnest and willing to learn. Very much so.
Well.
I love this environment. I've gone to this bar many of once, and I would love to work here.
Do you have any references?
Yeah.
May I ask whom?
I'll give them to you after I get the job.
Well, son, I just got to tell you, we're booked out right now. I mean, we really don't need any help. Oh.
Oh, my wife is gonna be
Well,
so
no,
mad at
don't
me.
be doing that, son. Look, no, it's not necessary. No, look, maybe you can wash dishes. I don't know.
I would be honored.
An actual sociopath.
I'm gonna go to aggressively shake his hand.
Yeah, I mean, he shakes your hand.
Can I?
Well,
Can I start now?
no. Why don't you come back tomorrow?
I can't.
Well, son, if you can't be here tomorrow, you're not much good to us tonight.
I mean, I have to work tonight. I have to. I'm so excited. And I told my wife I'd work tonight.
Well, when can you work again after tomorrow?
All the time.
You have a very open schedule then, I suppose.
Very open indeed.
You, well, I suppose we can get you back into the kitchen here then and get you started.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Do you have anything I could change into?
Clothes?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, we have aprons and, a white shirt back there for you, sure. I mean, if you don't mind it having the Pubsters logo on it, of course.
I would feel honored for it to have the Pubsters logo.
Which is, like, you'll have seen a sports bar. It's just like 2 beers clinking, Pubsters.
And it's just got the letter P.
Yeah, it's a chain. It's a national chain. It's that creative marketing that really does it.
Quick, we gotta get on this idea for merch right now.
Oh gosh, yeah, like Mr. Beastburger. Yeah, right. So you now are. John is now an employee of Pubsters.
Yep.
Washing dishes in the kitchen.
This is my guys. This way the cops can't find me, because who in their right mind would do this? Yeah. So now I'm a dishwasher at a random bar and grill joint.
That all the cops love to frequent.
Who in their right mind would be a dishwasher at Pubsters? Not many people, man.
It's my life
Not
on the
many
run.
people.
Life on the run.
I hear they pay you less than interns.
Yeah.
That's true.
Damn.
So while I use my brain to calculate how we're going to reconstitute Cade into the story, we're gonna cut to our other 3 adventures in jail. As you guys are having your conversation with the officer, that ends as Cade is negotiating on the other side of town. And I was asking about passive perception, and man, Ted, your passive perception is 9.
I think so is mine.
Mine's 10.
10, man, that's
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's
way
better. Yeah, okay. So 10, at average, you immediately detect a very strong smell in this cell.
Hey guys, it smells kind of stinky in here.
It's actually not a stinky stink, but rather a very pleasant aroma.
I was mistaken. It smells like fresh baked pie.
Yeah, and as soon as you all smell it, it's like it smells to you like the best possible smell that you could smell is how you experience it. Like it's delightful. So if baking pie is your favorite thing to smell, then indeed it smells like baking pie.
Oh, just like my wife's perfume.
You know, it kind of smells like a fresh stack of money to me.
Indeed, bills. Do you smell, Ted? Do you smell that delectable smell of fresh printed paper?
Oh, I do.
That's delicious.
Hey, by the way, I stole some paper for you as a snack.
You were too good to me, Ted. Oh, indeed.
Ted, who are you talking to there?
Oh,
Yeah, Ted, are you good?
Just the real state of isolation in the jail system in our country. It really is not good on the mental health, and I think it's getting to me already.
And we're all in the same cell.
You've been in jail for 15 minutes.
No, he brings up a fair point. I've seen a lot of infographics on the state of prisoners' mental health.
That's a real problem.
It's quite abysmal.
The smell you all kind of trace to the source, and you realize actually that the cell is very dark, that there's actually another person in there with you that you all hadn't seen. He's kind of slender, but he's sitting kind of curled up in the corner. But as you all turn to notice him, he stands and says, "Oh, I did wonder when they were going to send somebody else in here."
How long have you been in here?
Oh, a few days.
No, that's not too bad.
Okay, well, pleasure to meet ya, Mal.
Oh,
I go to shake his
oh,
hand.
gentlemen, hello. And he stretches out his long, but very well manicured hand and meets your grasp and shakes it. And as he enters the light, you see that he's an elven gentleman, very tall, very slender. And he's dressed in formal clothes, but rather sloppily. His collar's unbuttoned, his hair is slicked back and greasy, but he smells so damn good. And says, "Oh, pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Oswald Ozymandias, proprietor of Ozzy's Olfactorium," which is, the Olfactorium is a company with which you are very familiar. It's not situated in town here in Greenwater, but it is olfactorium products of all kinds. Any scented thing comes from the olfactorium.
What's a man of your stature doing in prison over here at Greenwater?
Oh, well, I've been down here on a bit of a, what do you call it, a bender. But our actual offices, are up north in Borthon, but I have some friends who live on the lakeside down here. And, gentlemen, I'm sure I seem a bit like what do they call it, a deus ex machina right now, but really, you all were just lucky to be in the right place at the wrong time. What brings you here this evening?
Precisely.
Oh,
Well,
what do you mean?
Well, most people don't just walk into prison, so I figure you were brought here for some reason. I'm suspicious to know why.
As most prisoners would tell you, but it's true this time, we're wrongfully charged for a crime.
Oh, of
They didn't
course.
even read us our rights either.
We got framed for murder.
Framed for murder. The murder of who, might I ask?
Joseph Almsworthy?
Joseph Almsworthy, the top dog at the wizard school and proprietor of Almsworthy Alchemicals. Wondered how long
Yeah.
he would last. Man,
What? Wait, what?
that went
That
fast.
sounds like you did something with it.
Oh,
I
no,
feel like
no,
we shouldn't
no,
have told
no.
him that.
I'm told, no, I'm not so involved as you might assume.
Oh, did we say Almsworthy? We meant Joseph Rustbucket,
No.
owner of the
No.
Rust Bucket.
Ted, he knows. Ted, it's.
I'm just
I
gonna
like the
go into
gumption.
the corner.
Rusthouse's mind is weak. He's manipulable. Joseph Almsworthy, no. He had a strong personality. It was either to end in his death or his leaving. And I assume, after his first contact, he offered them no choices. So, now he's passed, and here you are in jail for his murder. Don't you love justice? It's delightful.
I used to be,
Indeed.
well, I was studying law, but,
Well,
seems not everyone has the kind of fervor and passion I do for the upholding of justice.
right. Well, I'm in here for one of my drunken disorderly stints, but really I tend to leave when I choose. Say, where are you all employed?
I don't know that we have jobs anymore.
Yeah, it was at Almsworthy Alchemical.
Oh, his staff. How juicy. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
First day, actually.
wow.
I was
on
the
your
head of the
first
alchemy
day.
department.
Isn't it amazing how things go like that? How convenient things are that happen in such ways. Interestingly, I actually am looking to hire. And I figured soon enough, some suitable candidates would present themselves to me, and that maybe we could go into business together.
Well, good news for you, buddy. I'm fresh out of a job.
Indeed.
What would be our job description, per se?
Well, we need people in... What would you say? We need... I don't really have a very good name for it. We need people who will do jobs for me, who report to me, and will finish those special tasks which other people often would feel too hesitant or too afraid to do. Yes?
Like an escort.
It sounds more like an executive assistant to me.
Yes, that's the perfect term. And I need more than one because, frankly, some of the jobs I have in mind will require more than one. You see, well, you know about the olfactorium, I'm sure. I mean, we do all kinds of scent lines.
One of
and
the
things,
biggest companies. Yes, quite.
How we have many employees, but I've struggled lately to find people with vigor who I think could get involved in larger interorganizational conflicts. And,
Like shampoos?
Who told you about our shampoo line?
Oh, no.
Did Almsworthy tell you about that?
He's that involved.
Ooh, yeah. Well, clearly you're keeping your ear to the ground. But I say all this, gentlemen, would you consider working for me?
I have one question.
What?
Will I be paid?
Oh, meat?
I should step in here. I'm an accountant.
Oh.
So any pay related questions we can collaborate on there.
Well, I assure you, you will all be recompensed appropriately for your work.
In something other than experience.
Oh, experience. Who needs experience when you have luck? No. You all will be paid fairly, I promise.
I'm in.
Excellent.
I have one more question.
Yes. Al?
You said you kind of, yes, thank you. I shake his hand again.
Oh.
You said you kind of leave establishments like this when you please. If we take this job, are we free to leave with you whenever you choose to leave, I guess, today?
Well, I certainly can't say that you'll be safe in this city. If you leave this prison, there'll be people looking for you all over Greenwater and on the roads. But if you can make it up north to Borthon, I'll make sure you're safe at our offices.
I also got one more question, but not for
Certainly,
you.
yeah.
And I turn around and pull
Stapulus
Stapulus out of my boot, and I say, what do you think about this new opportunity here?
Silt, is he talking to a stapler?
Yeah, I think he's lost it. I think the jail time's done him in.
Oh, no.
Ted, I don't think we're going to get to staple very many documents in jail. I'm not really cut out for prison. I think we should go with him.
You want a quick hit? I got this paper here.
Oh, yes, just a couple. I'll make them last.
I'll line him up. I'll be like, I've never done this before. I'm so excited and nervous.
Here, just lay your hand on top of me, and then.
Oh. And slowly I depress.
This is far too erotic.
I'm kind of scared, honestly.
Until I hear that click.
And there's a click, and you feel the sudden surge of power rush through your body.
Oh shit!
It's like your veins are afire with energy. He's like, Ted, this is the beginning of a beautiful partnership.
Mr. Ozzy, you've got yourself an accountant.
Excellent.
And a head alchemist.
Well,
I guess, and a lawyer. And I go to shake his hand for a third time.
Well, gentlemen, sounds excellent. Now, let's see about these bars. And he turns and kind of lays his fingers a little bit on different parts of there's a stone wall. I mean, the building's built out of large chiseled stones. And there's a grated window. And he runs his hand along the wall, on the back wall of the cell. He kind of presses a little bit, pushes his fingers into the cracks. And then you hear him whisper something quietly. He lays both of his hands on the wall. And the stone itself actually begins to melt away. And it's shaped out into this odd shape that fills the cell so that a humanoid-sized hole is left in the wall.
Do I have to squeeze through it? Am I real tight?
You're going to have to duck down a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Limbo practice.
And he says, "Whew, that takes a lot more out of you on this side of things, doesn't it? Well, gentlemen, allons-y."
I guess we follow.
Yeah.
As Silt walks out, he goes, Ozzy, you gotta teach me that one.
Oh, maybe.
All right, good enough for me.
Maybe someday, young. Gosh.
Silt.
Yes, Silt, my good friend Silt. I don't think we've met, actually. I think I have an excuse for that one. He walks out, and he says, "Now," and you guys, if you choose to follow him, are walking along basically the streets in the dark.
I will probably split off, but Al will tell him, I'll catch back up. Where did he say, what town?
In Borthen. And he says, "Now, gentlemen, I don't know what you'll please to do now that this little bit of luck has been offered to you, but if you go to my offices in Borthen, I'm not often there, but I leave instructions, regulations, and such, behind, as a well-organized man of business, and if you speak to my aide-de-camp, we'll call him Cavendish, he'll be of service to you. Now, for myself, I shall return to my apartment on the lakeside. If you need anything, please consider asking someone else before you ask me, but if you must, you'll find me there. Also, don't get caught by the guards."
Can we get some gear or something?
Gear? What do you need?
I don't know, like, how far away is Bothan?
Oh, 40, 50 miles? Oh, I always forget. So squishy all of you are. Listen, I have a connection with the guards. If you just tell the guards at the gate on the way north out of town that Ozzy is calling in a favor, they'll suit you up.
Thanks, Ozzy.
Best of luck to you, and I look forward to all of our future endeavors.
It's been a pleasure, and may I be less drunk and disorderly the next time that we encounter each other.
All right, boss.
And he steps away mysteriously into the night.
What a cool guy.
Something like that.
I don't know if cool is what I'd use there, but he's certainly something.
I will catch up with the rest of you later. I have to, go meet my wife for dinner at that pub downtown. We were supposed to meet there after my first day. Things may be a little delayed.
My man is out here saving my life, dude. Oh my gosh. That's great.
Thank you so much for listening to episode 2 of Charisma Checked, featuring myself, Freddie, as Silt, Cade as John Smitherson, Brad as Alrin Tuttle-Thunder, Greg as Theodore Anderson, and Aaron, our Dungeon Master. We'll be back in 2 weeks with our next episode on March 2nd. We hope to see you then. We hope you enjoyed. If you want to check out our socials, head on over to Twitter at Charisma Checked or a subreddit r/Charisma Checked. See you then, everybody.
Al carrying. Is it carrying John?
Yes, like
Al's
a football.
carrying
Oh, I'm
me,
sorry. I'm
so,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm still getting used to the names. Al is carrying Ted.
No worries.
Yes. So
Nope.
it's Al.
Silt.
Who's
Nope.
the the
Silt.
fourth character that I didn't list?
Al actually has really big hands. He's carrying
Yes.
everybody.
Yeah, everyone all at once.
So, gosh. So Al is carrying Ted. And
No.
what? Is he not?
Nope.
It's
Silt.
Silt.
The name is Silt. Oh my gosh.